Hi guys, just making a quick video to show you what we're doing today. It's a Sunday and it's kind of like one of those days you just just keeping busy, I guess. There's a couple things I had to get done that my father was wanted us to do, and that is wind bracing. You notice these walls are pretty high, and you know, we're on the ocean. The ocean's right there, so we do get some strong winds up here. We are on a big open plain, which is the marsh, so there's really no obstruction to the wind here. There's no other homes except for my neighbor, but he's on the southern side and there's not much wind from that direction. But most of our wind comes from the east and the west, in the 100-mile-an-hour wind sometimes. So, you know, we have some tall walls here, and these walls are like sails. When the wind hits it, it's gonna just try to rack. So we have some scrap from the job, leftover pieces. So what I'm gonna do now is put in some blocking for lateral strength. So what happens is, on every plywood joint, the horizontal, the long joints, the 8-foot ways, we'll have gluing and screwing, and that's going to give the strength in that lateral direction. You know, the plywood automatically does it anyways when you screw it off to the studs, but when the whole frame racks, I mean, it's racking in that long direction against the edge that's really unsupported, even though we're tongue and groove. So it gets its support at the plates where it does have that screwing. So basically, we're going to be putting blocking at the horizontal lines of the sheets. That way there we have a good area to get glue, and we have good screwing all the way along the edge of the sheet, and that's going to give it its lateral strength. That's going to help the house with racking and wind and, who knows, earthquake, seismic. So, you know, it's going to take a little bit, but we have this wood. What are you going to do? Throw it out, use it for firewood? We're going to use it for wind bracing. So I'll show you another video. I'll add on to this as I start putting some of this stuff up, and you can see how it's going to start banding across the walls. And basically it cuts a 9-foot wall into a 3-foot wall, because we're going to cut that wall into thirds. A 3-foot wall is a lot stronger than a 9-foot wall. Alright guys, I'm going to do it, and then I'll show you a couple videos after. Guys, there's the result of one wall. One wall's wind bracing, wind blocking. So what you can see is at the top, the sheet, there's 2 sheets that go here, 4x8, 4 this way by 8 the length way, and that blocking grabs the seam, and then the top grabs the seam. About 5 inches onto that block is another seam. So there you have it. That's your wind blocking. That stops the racking of the building when the wind tries to hit it. The plywood's blocked down at the joints. You can see the screw spacing is every 3 inches at the seams. Anyways, that's that. And then we'll probably do these other walls, and we'll definitely do this back wall. That's a shear wall also, so because it's got the bridge that butts into that, and that's catching some wind, you know, when it comes from north to south, but not so much. It's mostly east to west, the winds, but you know, sometimes we get some north winds. So that wall there will get that shear blocking also. So that's a shear wall. The front's a shear wall, and I don't know, maybe my father wants these done too. It depends. If these walls, we can do it too. It's just extra blocking we had kicking around. So each block takes 4 screws. that holds it in place, and what happens is this sheet of plywood gets screwed off really well at the seam, and that locks the block to the two sheets, and the block is locked between the studs, and that's what stops the racking. When the building, wind hits it and it tries to rack, that gives it its strength. I mean, there's other ways that they do it. They put a 2x4 there. We have 2x6s. So, you know, you get a 2x4, it's 3.5 inches, and you start loading it up with screws, they split. So, a 2x6, you can open the screw pattern up between the screws. You don't have to go right to the very edge of the sheet, and that allows for the strength, the 2x6. And the 2x10, that's up there because that's where the seam ended up landing before it hit the top plate. Anyways, that's it, guys. Just sharing some of our wind blocking and seismic blocking. We'll show you some more videos as we get all the rafters up and start plywooding that roof. Anyways, take it easy. See you on the next one.